Hello, PhD students and PhD aspirants. Welcome to EduJob 360, your trusted YouTube channel for education, jobs, and careers, featuring 180+ highly valuable and insightful videos to support your success. As this video reveals harsh realities backed by research, watch from the beginning till the end without skipping. India's PhD scholars face silent battles every day. Recent tragedies expose deep systemic failures. Understanding these challenges can save lives. Let's explore the reasons and solutions for a better academic future. Mental health crisis. Among PhD scholars, approximately 80% of some IIT PhD scholars experience mental health issues, including anxiety and depression. Studies reveal 68% of doctoral students across India suffer from some form of depressive disorder. Research shows PhD students are 2.4 times more likely to experience depression than the general population. Around 34% of research scholars actively battle severe mental health challenges for extended periods. 1 in 3 PhD students in India shows symptoms of clinical depression. 2 in 5 doctoral candidates report experiencing severe anxiety during their research journey. Approximately 60% of PhD students have contemplated dropping out at least once. Only 11% utilize on-campus counseling services despite widespread mental health struggles. About 62% never seek help from the professional counseling services available on campus. Mental health concerns often become normalized in academia, preventing students from seeking help. Toxic supervisor-student relationships. Toxic supervisor-student relationships constitute a major cause of distress among research scholars. Around 44 out of 63 PhD students reported facing favoritism from supervisors in laboratories. Scholars experience limited guidance when supervisors have heavy teaching loads and administrative duties. Abusive mentorship practices include harsh criticism without constructive feedback or dialogue opportunities. Some supervisors exercise exclusive control over students' academic futures, causing immense stress. Cases exist where advisors actively sabotage students' progress toward PhD completion. Research shows supervisors sometimes publish students' work under their own names. Students feel trapped when supervisors threaten consequences for speaking out against misconduct. Reports indicate 8 students faced casual sexism in laboratory environments. Many scholars wait months or even years for feedback on thesis proposals. Financial hardships and stipend struggles. Monthly stipends range from Rs 37,000 to Rs 41,000, barely covering living expenses in cities. Stipend delays ranging from 6 months to over 7 months are common occurrences. Non-net fellowship holders receive only Rs 8,000 monthly, unchanged since 2006. Around 84% of PhD scholars financially support their families despite limited income. Delayed payments force students to borrow money or cut back on essentials. Research expenses, conference fees, and fieldwork costs often receive only partial institutional support. Annual contingency amounts of Rs 20,000 remain pending for extended periods. Rising rent and living costs make the modest stipend insufficient for survival. Only 3.7% of students receive Rs 40,000, Rs 60,000, while 68% receive Rs 30,000, Rs 40,000. Pending stipends running into lax create severe financial constraints and emotional distress. Academic pressure and publication mandates. Mandatory publication requirements of 1 paper per semester create overwhelming pressure. Unrealistic timelines ignore the complex and variable nature of doctoral research. Constant pressure to publish affects both academic performance and mental well-being. Students face lower grades and doctoral committee reviews for not meeting publication targets. Publication pressure often leads to a quantity over quality approach, compromising research integrity. Different research fields have varying cycles, but uniform requirements ignore these differences. Fear of being labeled unproductive drives students to extreme stress levels. Long working hours stretching into the nights become normalized under publication pressure. Academic dissatisfaction and stress emerge as leading reasons behind student distress. Research complexity gets overlooked when rigid publication mandates are enforced. Institutional and systemic failures. Many universities struggle with inadequate infrastructure and outdated laboratory equipment. India spends only 0.64% of GDP on research and development compared to developed nations. Limited access to international research journals hampers quality research output. Government funding constitutes 64% of research support, with private sector contributing minimal amounts. Lack of external ombudsman or grievance redressal systems leaves students vulnerable. Institutions remain complicit through silence even after losing students to suicide. Exam-centric culture emphasizes rote learning rather than inquiry-based research approaches. Bureaucratic hassles cause slow dispersal of research stipends and fellowships. Shortage of qualified supervisors results in 0.75 psychiatrists per 100,000 population. Absence of structured mental health support systems across most research institutions. Discrimination and harassment in academia. Students report facing discrimination based on caste, region, and socioeconomic background. Cases of favoritism, elitism, and casteism by academic guides are frequently documented. International and out-of-station students face more challenges accessing supervisor time and support. Sexual harassment cases in research settings often go unreported due to fear. Students are unaware of prevention of sexual harassment committees when seeking help. Female scholars are particularly vulnerable to toxic laboratory environments and unsafe situations. Regional and linguistic discrimination creates hostile environments in some institutions. Bullying and ragging in academic campuses contribute to toxic institutional culture. Power imbalances prevent students from raising grievances against influential supervisors. The threat of complaints prevents students from speaking about inappropriate supervisor relationships. The alarming suicide crisis. Since 2019, 37 doctoral students at IITs have died by suicide. In 2024 alone, at least 11 students lost their lives to suicide at IITs. An estimated 13,000 students die by suicide annually in India. 3 tragic suicides occurred at IIT Kanpur within just 1 month. Suicide notes often mention overwhelming academic pressure and lack of support. Student suicide rates in India are twice the global average for young women. Academic reasons, including dissatisfaction, stress, and failure, are commonly reported causes. Mental health issues like depression, psychological stress, and anxiety drive suicides. The majority of victims fall within the 21-30 age range during critical research phases. Toxic laboratory settings and abusive mentors significantly contribute to distress. Final recommendations for PhD students. SOS. Seek professional mental health support without stigma or delay. Build strong peer support networks for emotional backing. Report supervisor,
misconduct through proper institutional channels promptly. Maintain work-life balance with regular breaks and hobbies. Develop resilience through mindfulness and stress management techniques. EduJob 360 hopes these evidence-based insights equip you to anticipate challenges and navigate them confidently. Implement our 5 expert recommendations to excel as a PhD scholar. Want to explore and learn more about careers, jobs, and education? Subscribe to our EduJob 360 YouTube videos and watch 180+ videos. Need personalized career guidance? You can reach out to us via WhatsApp for affordable individual career coaching, detailed counseling reports for students from 8th grade to college, link in the description below. Wishing you a bright and successful future. Team EduJob 360.